Hello everybody, welcome to the first ever vlog on this channel. My name's Matty and I am an aspiring entrepreneur, content creator, male model, and I guess I should probably say physiotherapist as well. Very recently I did a poll on my channel where I asked how you guys would feel about me doing a little vlog to show you guys what I get up to in a day, and 95% of you voted yes. And I think it was like 25 votes, so that's quite a lot of you. So welcome to a day in the life of an aspiring entrepreneur. As you can see from the clip beforehand, I have been having cold showers now since November, and it is now February. And the reason I've been having cold showers, or rather my logic for having cold showers, is that not many people would choose to have a cold shower in the morning right after waking up because it's uncomfortable. And by doing this, I make sure that it's one of the hardest parts of my day, and everything else after it is going to be a lot easier. There's also a lot of research into how doing something that you really don't want to do is going to build your willpower, your will to live, your AMCC, part of your brain that controls the willpower. So I just thought I might as well, and I absolutely hate it. I dread it every single morning, but I just get on with it. On a typical day, if I'm not going to any model castings and I've got no model work booked, I will be at home hustling, doing my thing. I like to make a to-do list of things that I have to do, tasks that I must complete, and I put L1 or L2 depending on the importance of the task. Obviously, not every task can be L1, so I'll have some L1s, some L2s, some L1/L2s, and very rarely I'll have an L3, which is not super important. And it just gives me structure. I really enjoy that. So also, I have actually had the cold shower, so I like to tick things off as I go. I know some people would really struggle with setting their own tasks and taking accountability for their own day. They need someone to tell them where they need to be and what time they need to be there. But for me, I really don't enjoy that. I really like setting my own schedule, and I'm very productive in a day. So far this morning has been just doing YouTube bits and bobs. I have successfully finished 2 YouTube videos, and I'm just waiting for my friend to send me a picture so I can make the thumbnail for one of them, which is a podcast. And this is for my main channel, by the way. So if you guys are interested in fitness related content, you can check out my main channel at The Real Matt Chong. I'll leave a link in the description below. So over the last few weeks, my girlfriend and I have been trying to raise funds for our trip to Brighton, which we've been planning for a while. And of course, there's no GoFundMe in this. You can't put on GoFundMe, pay for our Brighton trip. So you gotta hustle, you can't expect other people to contribute or do anything for you. That's one thing that I've learned in this world, is apart from your family and your really close friends, you're pretty much alone. Like, no one really gives a damn about you. And that's not to be negative, that's just being really realistic. Everyone's got their own struggles, and you've just got to focus on your hustle, on building a good life for yourself. So, bit of good news though, is both my girlfriend and I have been selling our old clothes, belongings, and we have raised collectively, just in about 2 or 3 weeks, £500. And obviously half of that is going to go into our savings, but the other half we have managed to successfully pay for a trip to Brighton in March, and we're staying in a spa hotel where we have paid a little bit extra for a seaside view room, which is, I actually cannot wait. So that just gives me hope that I can work hard for something, and I can hustle, and I can reap some sort of rewards. Like, this is not luck, this is pure hard work. Because if it was luck, I would probably fail, because I'm not really a lucky person at all. I never have been, I never will be. It's just going to be sheer, well, I say I never will be. Hopefully at some point I will get a bit of luck, because that is the cherry on top. But everything else is there, the hard work, the dedication. And so I've already packaged up a nice silk vest, which is worth $12.99, but because we put it up for 10, someone offered us £8 on Vinted, and so they've got a massive discount for a silk vest. These are the silk vests, they're really nice. If you guys are interested, I could leave a link to my girlfriend's Vinted. She sells some pretty good stuff on there. And I also sell stuff on eBay, but if you're in the US, you might not be able to get it. So. Also managed to sell my father's old Dr. Martens. Well, they're not even old. I don't even think they've been used, and they're really pristine. They've got a bit of dust on it, but they're Swede Dr. Martens, really nice. Made a sale for £65. The guy's getting a bargain. And then the guy messages my girlfriend, it's like, can it be sent on this day because we're away? We're like, fine. And he says, can it come in the original box? And we said, fine. We're very accommodating, you see. And then he goes, can it be wrapped up as well because it's a present? I'm like, what do you think this is? A professional wrapping service? You're going to get the Dr. Martens in a box, and it's going to be wrapped in a bin bag because that's just how we do things. And you can just sort out yourself, like, do you know what I mean? Okay, so I have successfully wrapped the Dr. Martens and made them look nice. I mean, come on, that looks like a Christmas present or birthday present. It looks like a gift, right? It's wrapped really nicely. So hopefully that's good enough for you, mate. Whoever that person is. And then we've got the silk things that I'm going to pop in a bag, and I have got to bring it to Westfield when I meet my girlfriend on Wednesday. So we're going to drop it off to the post office thing. You know, have you guys heard of InPost? It's like a really cheap budget. It's probably like lower tier than Amazon, but it gets packages from A to B. So that's the important thing. I'm going to be honest and say there are things that I still struggle with, even though I've kind of mastered the prioritization thing, or at least I feel like I have. Sometimes I feel like I give myself too many tasks to do, and I feel guilty when I don't manage to get every single one done, or when I do one task and I'm like, okay, was I just putting that one off to do a different task, or should I mean, which task was exactly the right one? So there is some degree of second guessing. I really like this quote from the Modern Wisdom podcast by Chris Williamson, which is, the magic you are looking for will be found in the work that you're avoiding. So that always just sticks with me every time I'm thinking as to whether I should do this task or that task. I'm like, am I just avoiding this? Will the magic be found here? So I was trying to decide whether I should script another video for YouTube, and it would be on recovery rest days, because it's a really good topic because I can use it for my short form content on TikTok, and I can also use it for long form to make a cinematic-y talking head piece on my main YouTube channel, my main fitness YouTube channel. Or I could sort through the silk clothing that I need to sort through, because that just needs to be done, and there's good daylight at the moment. So not only do I have to take photos of all of these, I have to catalogue them as well. It's going to take a while. So got that. Let's bring this over. Excuse the mess in my room. It's just a metaphor for my life at the moment. You know, yes, life is messy. Yes, I'm poor. Yes, I'm not necessarily seeing the fruits of my hard work at the moment in content creation, in entrepreneurship, in modeling. However, I'm actually happy. I wake up in the morning and it wasn't hard to get out of bed. Whereas when I was working as a physio, it was hard. I didn't want to get up. I mean, I did because I'm quite disciplined, but I did not want to get up every morning. And now I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. So we have just sorted through one pure silk nightwear set. Well, I kind of lost track of time, but a little victory is that I have sorted out all the white and cream bits and bobs, alright, and some of the French Navy rose gold stuff as well. So all we have left are black, navy blue. I may or may not do those. I just feel pretty shattered now. I don't even know how long I've been sitting here, but we've done that. We've catalogued it. We've put them in little, I say we, I mean I My girlfriend's helping put it on Vinted.
I just had my lunch and I am just taking a nice little stroll. I say a little stroll, I'm probably going to walk for about an hour and a half. And the reason for this is I've been trying to get 10,000 steps a day, which is the equivalent of about 1 hour and 40 minutes. But at the same time, I've been aiming to spend at least 2 hours outdoors. I want to get 2 hours of daylight per day. I say daylight because in England, as you can see, we don't really get that much sun, especially in winter. So I've combined the two and just said I'm going to get 2 hours of daylight and walk for that 2 hours. That should equate to a little bit over 10,000 steps. It just has so many health benefits, and it improves my mood, helps me burn some extra calories, good for my heart and lung health, and good for my vision as well, because my vision's not been so good recently. So by spending time outdoors, I can work my distance vision.
I just got back from a 2-hour walk and I'm really pleased because obviously I got my 2 hours of daylight in, and towards the end of the walk the sun actually came out, so I got about 10 or 15 minutes of sunlight, which I'm very grateful for, especially in this country where we don't get much sunlight, right? And what I do is when I go for a walk, I plug my earphones in and I listen to a podcast, usually Modern Wisdom or the Huberman Lab, and it's 3 hours, 2 hours of podcast, right? So I'm learning something, I'm making use of the time that I'm walking, and I'm well aware a lot of people won't have the opportunity to go for a walk during the day because during a normal 9 to 5, when you leave the house, it's dark. And when you leave the office or when you leave your place of work, it's dark. And that's the case for most of the year because this is England, right? And I just remember being so depressed when I was working in a hospital, because when I would leave the house it'd be dark, and when I leave work it'd be dark. So I wouldn't get to see the sun until the weekends, which I think had some profound negative health effects, some adverse health effects. And I mean, what can really be done about it? People have got to work, right? Anyway, I'm gonna get on with editing this very vlog. I feel like I've been very productive with my time today anyway, but if I can get this vlog finished or edit as I go along, I would be very pleased. I just finished a lower body workout, and gym is just one of those things that has been a constant for me in the last 10 years of training. And I'm just so grateful that I can train, and whatever day I'm having, I can go to the gym and none of that kind of matters. So I just had a little FaceTime with a friend and then I had some dinner. But that is pretty much a day in the life of an aspiring entrepreneur. I try and do most of the work in the morning, and in the evening I have more chill time for myself. I like to go out normally. Actually, I say that's a lie. I prefer to stay in, but when I do go out for a meal with friends, I do also enjoy it. If this is the kind of video that you guys like to see, a vlog, then comment down below, like this video, and subscribe to see more. Until next time.